So I started hearing this still small voice in my head asking me 3 questions. What if your son is made like this on purpose? Number 2, what if by spending all this energy trying to change your son, you are frustrating my purposes for your son? And third question, what if instead of trying to change your son, you're the one who needs to change? Now, I blocked that question out of my mind because I'm a guy. It's my way or the highway. I don't want to change. Everybody else has to change. But over time, I found this to be true. The quickest way to change my child's behavior is to first control my own. Discovered one key principle, and it's this. There's only one person in life that you can control, and that is whom? Selves. How many of us struggle with that? Right? How many of you ever tell your kids, you need to calm down and get control of yourself? Can anybody do that? Okay. Anybody do that tonight before the workshop, right? I'm going to the calm workshop. You guys settle down, right? And your kid's like, Mom, I hope it's an all-weekend workshop because we need some of that calm. So this is how I used to control Casey's behavior when he was young. I tried to motivate him. Sounded like this. I'm telling you this right now, young man. You get control of that mouth. You get control of that attitude, because if you don't control your behavior, I'm not sure I can control mine. You do not want to see me angry. Okay, how many of you have neighbors that kind of do it like that? Anybody? Okay. So watch what I'm saying. I need you to behave, because if you don't behave, I'm going to lose it.
When I was younger and my dad was a little bit more intense than he is now, I had a tough time respecting him. I wanted to respect him, but I had a tough time respecting him because he couldn't control himself and he expected me to control myself. And I thought that was inconsistent. I also learned that I couldn't go to my dad for advice because I had no idea how he was going to react. So I stopped going to my dad for advice. And when kids stop going to their parents for advice, they start to go to their teenage friends. And their teenage friends have horrible advice. So you want us going to you. As my dad started to change, that's when I started to respect him. Because instead of yelling and lecturing all the time, he stepped back. He started to teach me how to handle conflict. He started to teach me how to handle disappointment and how to communicate with him and with my mom when I was upset about something. He also started to model the behavior he wanted me to have. And that was the huge thing that got me to respect him. Modeling the behavior he wanted me to have. When I was younger, I also played a lot of video games. And like a lot of your kids, when my parents told me to get off of the video games, I would say, hold on, Mom, I just need 5 more minutes. I just need to save it. I just need to get to the next level. And after a while, I realized that I was losing a lot of trust with my parents because I was being irresponsible and I wasn't controlling myself. So what I started to do was get off a couple minutes early to show my parents that I could control myself and to prove to them that I was responsible. And what I teach kids in the Straight Talk for Kids CDs and elsewhere is if you can control yourselves, your parents don't have to control you. If you can control yourselves, your parents don't have to control you.